Hello my friends, it's Lee again. I'm just going to be doing a video today based on a very lovely topic, and although I've echoed it in other videos and whatnot, I wanted to do a little bit of a specific celebration of the understanding of reincarnation today. Reincarnation is true if you understand that you exist apart and above from this body, physical light density vibration, what we call mass and matter. You and I exist apart from this. So when we come to understand and grasp this truth, not concept, truth, then we understand that we live prior as well as after this body and your body, for you and I. So how should I word this? Sometimes in my videos I think I end up accidentally sounding vain or puffed up or something like that, but I'm always just trying to speak, matter-of-factly. Just speak basic, true, simple facts and truths. So maybe my voice or my style doesn't always give the best justice, but I'm going to try again to do the best justice I can. So for those of us that have a very difficult time to understand reincarnation, I'll use the word understand. It's not about belief or non-belief. It's misinformation and understanding, which leads into an understanding and an appreciation and an acceptance. So for those of us who have a lot of memory of being here, and even remember specific lifetimes, specific countries, specific eras, it is because, well, we were there. We are those people. We feel an attraction to some pinpoint in history. We feel an attraction or even a repulsion to a certain pinpoint in history, a certain person, a certain place. And this has to do with our own experiences. When, for example, and I'll speak for myself, and I don't intend any racial anger or bias nature whatsoever, but I'll say for myself, I always have a sour taste in my mind when I think of Rome, the great ancient Roma, because in my recollection of my past lives, I was a Celt, a Gaulois, someone that lived in what is now France, and I fought against the Romans, and they were an enemy. So although nowadays I'm not going to say I hate any Italian person in Rome, of course not. I love Italian people, they're lovely. Even if the Italians of today are not exactly necessarily the same as the Romans back then in all cases, but I'm just saying, it's not about, love and hate in this way, but I'm just saying there are memories and impressions. So that's just an example. It's just, please don't take me the wrong way. Also, for instance, I'm just going to talk about myself to encourage you to think for yourself, because I'm not going to tell you what to think. I'm going to encourage you to think for yourself. Another impression of mine is being in Japan not too long ago, maybe a small handful of centuries, in the 1500s. For some reason, the year 1495 stands out to me. And I was a Japanese man living in that time. I was a samurai as well as a monk type of mixture. This is an impression. This is a soul memory felt. This life as Lee, as this white Canadian man, I've never been to Japan, I've never been to France, I've never been anywhere. I've been Canada and the US a little bit, that's it. Anyway, my video is mostly for people that already understand as opposed to people that don't. So I'm just trying to, do a celebration of these things. The soul's memory. When we, and I'll speak of it in a shamanic terminology, because shamanism is the best, it's incredible. When we allow our mental body, our mental personification, our mental ego get in control and start dialoguing and start doubting. And we've been taught in the West especially, doubt everything, science will prove otherwise, yada yada. Science is nonsense. The science that we have now is premature, immature, and rubbish. Because the word science, which originally is from the Latin scientia, meant knowledge. But now we think that physics is the real authority and knowledge. We've been taught that since we're children in a Western modernized world. And the West has spread this poison all over the world, apart from spreading all of its superior goodness all over the world, such as the supreme beauty of democracy. Not that democracy is fully actualized, but we tried. Anyway, but there's no biases, there's no nonsense I'm trying to speak of. On my inside, I'm speaking to you on this video, appearing to be as a white male speaking English. My inner soul has memories of all over the planet. I am black, I am red, I am yellow, I am white, I am everything. And I'm happy about it, I'm proud. I have fond memories of being a Native American. I have fond memories of being a female in Greece or Italy. I'm trying to think maybe both, two different separate occasions. I've been a female as well. I love it, I'm proud of it. It has nothing to do. This physical body is just one teensy tiny, small little chapter in the book of our life, yours and mine. So, if you are having memories of yourself, about your past lives, then believe them. Try to remember, try to ask yourself what attractions and repulsions really are there, and don't have any scientific explanation, because they're there for a reason. If you're trying to remember, then use your heart, the impressions of your heart, your soul, your core. It knows better than mind, better than body, better than any vain teaching we've been taught on this planet in this era. The heart knows everything. So if you're looking for your own past lives and having difficulty or not, ask your heart. Your heart will know the truth, absolutely, by default. By default. So when I'm having a doubt on something, I try and tell my mind to shut up. I tell my mind, shh, and listen here, because this knows the truth. After the heart understands and accepts a reality of a truth, then your mind can dialogue and do the fill-in work. But the mind can't be the first. The mind is not the prime mover. The heart is. And you know that. I'm just saying that to echo the reality of what I'm talking about. Sorry, I'm going to get a teensy sip of water. Forgive me. So, I'm going to suggest also, and I said it in my other video on power animals and animal archetypes and all that, that even apart from being humanoid entities, the human, we also have been animals, we have been plants. That sounds bizarre, but do some deep thinking on the possibility. All I'm asking anyone is to think of the possibility, and then ask the heart. The mind loves, the educated Western mind loves to come in and chop everything up, categorize, derail the sacred, throw it away, and turn it into nonsense. This is black magic, this is foolish nonsense. I'm asking about the understanding of the possibility first. Then see if you believe it or not. I am one of many, 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 many souls that remembers living on other planets. I remember coming down here. I am no longer earthbound, and many of you are not earthbound anymore. You have already graduated from this type of conditioning, and if and when you are coming back to help others, to assist, to love, to give love and healing to other people, you are already graduated. You are coming from above to come down to help others so that they may rise also. It's not about patting yourself in the back or feeling better than anybody, not at all. It's about your loving nature to care for others so that they may become the same as yourself or even better. I hope everyone becomes more knowledgeable and more loving than I do. Up, up, up. Let's rise. Let's rise way into the sky. This is the best. So, what did I just say? Think about that. I'm telling you the truth, and it sounds so funny and, oh wow, I found it on YouTube or whatever, but I and many, many, many of you already are graduated aliens. What a bad word. But we are already extraterrestrial. I know who I am. I don't need the government or the church or anybody to tell me what I know in myself, of myself. And you don't need anybody to tell you. You don't need the permission, the excuse, the written documentation, or whatever the case. of what your heart knows, because it knows what it knows. There's no need for mental pollution to get involved with the permission of another person when you yourself know it. I would like to say some things about my friends in the sky, but I won't say it right now because it will sound vain, foolish, strange, and I get in enough arguments on YouTube as it is. I don't start them, but I will try and finish them always with as much calm, as much poise, as much love as I can. And there's a wee helicopter up. Taka, 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 taka. You see, that kind of stuff is man's foolish, immature, premature, and outdated technology. Believe me when I tell you, the things that the humans of this planet have done is nothing. We are in the baby state of understanding technology. Believe me when I tell you, the best thing that happened in this era was internet. Yay, we can talk across space and time. That's lovely. Helicopters. I'm getting off topic, you have to forgive me. But I'm saying to remember yourself. Not by supposing something that's not true. Not by, hey, it would be cool if such and such. I'm saying with humility and grace, a true measure of self-discovery is wonderful. Reincarnation is true, it is lovely. It does not contradict God. Oh, well, God and the Church of Christ say this, but that's true. You know, the early church, even to just speak of that one school, the early Christian church did teach reincarnation. Yes. Yes, it did. I know all about it. I was there. Yes, it did. And it also taught about the zodiac and the powers and principalities. St. Paul talks about that. It's in the epistles. It's in the Bible. It's all there. The fact of the matter is, after time, mental ego and control, someone wanting to control somebody else. This desire from the dark side arises in somebody and then creates control and dissent, division, terror, fear, everything. It's all nonsense. All these things are true. Christ himself, even still available in the Bible, has said himself that there are those standing here now, and that's 2,000 years ago, who will not taste of death until the return of the Son of Man. Some of us have been back there, and even before that, who have kept coming and trying to help other people. You and I, if we are attracted to the holy light, if we felt that we were workers of the holy light even before this life and incarnation, then please know that it is true. Especially when someone else tells you. See, I can think about many things for myself, but when other people tell me, when awakened mystics, and I have had some wonderful friends living in the flesh on this body who have been fantastic for me, have guided me. In my early 20s, when I was really needing some help, I met some lovely people that helped me, and still to the day, there are lovely people coming to help me. And even people that are younger than me, who are my friends on YouTube, you say a lot of lovely things too. We all help each other. So what I'm saying is, when you have somebody else verify things for you, that's even better. I have been told by a very, just for an example, and I'm trying to be in humility when I say this, but I have been told by a very powerful shaman lady that she checked it out with her spirit guides and God, etc. And she said that she does know that I was also a powerful shaman before. I am. Or I used to be, and I'm trying to be again. So that's the fact. And it gets odd because with each and every life, we have to deal with the new thing, well, quote-unquote new. These are old, outdated things compared to the Star Brothers, believe me. But we got to get used to cars and airplanes and internet. So each lifetime is a different modality and a different adjustment that you and I deal with. But when we already have experienced something, and I'm going to say this with a special wink to one of you, one of my friends on YouTube, you're a very lovely, special friend. Oh, you all are. But you and I have our memory together. Actually, maybe a few of you we have a memory together. But for this gentleman, I'm talking to you, 7777 being 777. My dear lovely boy, listen to me. You know who you were, and I verified it for you. And now you have read the work of your past life. And you said it yourself, my brother, that when we have a disgust and an embarrassment and a feeling of being less than what we were, then it is true. These bodies are strange and are of a fallen nature, and our very thought of being embarrassed and feeling strange in these bodies proves that we knew a higher reality before that we fell from. You said it yourself, my brother. Yes, it is true. So, saying that, if I have memories of spaceships and different planets and different things, and my friends are still interacting, you probably have too if you're watching these kind of videos. You're attracted to it because it is you. It is your soul. It is your life. So we have this similar bond. It's all good. I'm talking funny now, but I'm just saying, it's all good. Believe in your past lives. Discover them with humility and slow, humble steps. Sometimes you'll be surprised what you find. Sometimes you'll be embarrassed and you say, as if I was that person. That person was very famous or something like this. But somebody had to be that person. Or maybe, most of the time, we're regular Joes. Whatever that really means anyway, right? So that was my, I guess that's my simple message for now. I don't like to make the videos too long because it gets boring after a while hearing the same person talk for such an amount of minutes. But there you go. Please believe these things that I'm saying. They are true. They are all true. I don't lie. And you know that for yourself, verification of the heart. Verification of your own heart. So, my complete love for you so much. Hope you get so high in the sky. And I'll have more videos. Watch my other ones if and when you feel like listening to this old fool ramble on. And I wish you have a wonderful week, weekend, summer, winter, fall, spring, whatever the case, wherever you are, whenever you are watching this. Know that I love you, and I'm speaking to you from the deeper sources of the higher self, the highest self that we all share together, not the little self. So, cheers, and we'll talk to you soon. Namaste.